Hey everybody, my name is Scott Wheaton, and if this is your first time checking out my channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and like the video so that YouTube does its job and notifies everybody when I drop a new video. In these videos, I talk about everything there is to know about working, living, eating, and being in mid-Michigan. I'm a licensed real estate broker in the state of Michigan, and I would love nothing more than to help you with your real estate needs. Whether you're considering relocating to mid-Michigan, or you already live in mid-Michigan and are thinking about doing a real estate deal, be sure to contact me. My phone number is right below. It's going to be in the description as well, and that's a direct line to my cell phone number. I work all the time, and again, I would love nothing more than to hear from you guys, so don't hesitate to reach out. So if you're currently researching which city in the Midwest may be the best fit for you, today's video is going to be talking about all of the suburbs of the Lansing area, and maybe will help you decide which one would be the best fit for you. All right, let me just start off by saying that this is going to be a very biased video because this is all just opinion-based information, but I'm going to be including facts about each area I discuss, and I've lived here my whole life, so I have to be right. So number one on the list that we're going to be talking about today is Haslet. I grew up in Haslet and I lived there my entire life before going to MSU, at which time I moved to East Lansing. After MSU, I moved over to Lansing for a few years, and now I recently bought a house in Haslet once again. I truly do understand why so many people are attracted to the area and why it's such a competitive market when it comes to buying a house. Haslet is a very small geographic area, and when I'm describing it to people from out of town, I usually say it's like East Lansing, and the same goes for Okemos, which I'll talk about later. But Haslet is best known for its great school districts and Lake Lansing, which honestly should just be named Lake Haslet because that's where it is. In the center of Haslet is Lake Lansing, which is a 485-acre all-sports lake. During the summers, you're going to see people, whether they're at Lake Lansing South Park, which has a public beach, or at the public boat launch, or just out on the lake driving ski-doos and whatever else they want to do on the lake. One of my personal favorite things to do is fishing in the area because there's a lot of great lakes. Surrounding the lake are a lot of cool bars with great food and strong drinks. A lot of them have outdoor eating areas, which in the summer are absolutely packed. Some of them even have live music. Lake Lansing South also has a band shell, which brings in bands from the area every Friday night of the summer, and it brings quite the crowd. So my recommendation on summer night in Haslet is to go to one of the bars in the area, get some good food, and then walk over and enjoy some live music with your friends or family. Haslet only has about 20,000 people in it, and it definitely has a small town feel to it. Most of the homes in the area are in subdivisions, so if you do end up moving here, it won't take long before your neighbors get to know you and you become a local. The average home's value in Haslet is about $330,000, and the average household income is around $81,000. Number two on the list is Okemos. Okemos is just south of Haslet and has a little bit larger population of around 25,000. The average home's value is just over $400,000 in this area, and the average household income is just under $100,000. Okemos is another city that's known for its school districts, and Okemos is consistently ranked in the top 14% of schools based on what parents want. The students at Okemos also always score in a high percentile on the standardized tests. Okemos is the town just east of MSU and is one of the area's wealthier subdivisions. It is home to a lot of awesome restaurants, shopping, and grocery centers. Number three on my list is East Lansing. This may be the only one on the list you've ever heard of if you're not from the area. If you're driving around the suburbs of East Lansing, it's unlikely that you're going to pass many homes before you see an MSU flag. A lot of the residents in East Lansing are either MSU alumni or work at MSU. The population of East Lansing is much larger than the last two I talked about, with a population of nearly 50,000. The average household income here is only showing about $41,000, but that's skewed because a lot of the students are in town when the census is taken. To show that, the census also says that the average age in East Lansing is about 21, which is just not the case. The average home's value in East Lansing is under $300,000. And as far as things to do, there's plenty of things outside of MSU activities that you can do in East Lansing as well. There's tons of small businesses you can walk to and restaurants, and the subdivisions are awesome. There's a lot of really old, historic, unique neighborhoods that you might find a home in. Of course, there's also newer production build neighborhoods that are similar to Haslet and Okemos as well. One of my favorite things about East Lansing is that there's a lot of small businesses and unique restaurants that would not be able to be there without the support of the students. Next on my list is Dewitt. Dewitt may be a very small town with a population of less than 5,000 people, but it's a really cool town just north of Lansing and has a lot of awesome properties within the city limits, but also outside of the city limits. You can find some more rural homes and rural properties, or you can even find a home with some acreage. If you're looking at building something new, this is a great place to look because there's a ton of acreage available to build on. Dewitt is another town really well known for their school districts, and on top of the academics, they're also known for athletics. The average home's value in this town is also under $300,000, and the average household salary is about $80,000. Number 5, and the last on my list for today, is Grand Ledge. Grand Ledge is a really unique town just west of Lansing, and it got its name from the unique sandstone ledges that surround the Grand River, which runs right through the town. People from the Lansing area love to go to Grand Ledge, whether it's for Horrocks, which I'm going to cover in a second, or whether it's for these rock ledges. A lot of people enjoy hiking along the river or doing rock climbing. If you do go for a hike in Grand Ledge, you'll see the rock climbers belaying up sandstone cliffs. It's a really cool, unique thing that only is here in the Lansing area. Grand Ledge may only have a population of about 8,000 people, but it kind of blends together with West Lansing, which has really boomed over the last 10 years. In this part of town, you're going to see a lot of unique restaurants, along with huge grocery companies and wholesale companies like Costco, BJ's, and all the traditional grocery stores as well. The average income in Grand Ledge is about $100,000, and the average home's value is typically around $240,000. One of the great things about Grand Ledge is that there's a cute old downtown area, but you also can head over to West Lansing and find all of the newer shopping centers and groceries like I was talking about before. On top of that, Grand Ledge has one of my favorite things, which is Horrocks. Now, bear with me as I try to explain to you what Horrocks Farm Market actually is. You're going to find that it's kind of like a grocery store and greenhouse with a beer garden and restaurants and every strange canned food and candy you could want. So whether you actually need to go shopping or whether you're just looking for a way to kill a Sunday, which is how I usually use Horrocks, you're going to have a great experience, and you have to go check it out when you come visit Lansing. And I know it's odd to tell you to check out a grocery store when you come to a town, but I'm telling you, this is kind of a staple of the Lansing area. Not only does this grocery store have some of the strangest foods you could imagine, but it also has one of the coolest eating/drinking experiences in their outdoor beer garden, which is around their pond. Any weekend that you go out there, it's going to be packed. They have a lot of craft beers and wines, and then they also have a Thai food truck, and they make pizza on site. All of this is located in their greenhouse area, which has every plant I could imagine. Most of them I'm not even familiar with, but if you are into gardening, you could go there and pick out some plants and have a beer. What's better? So there you have it. If you're thinking about moving to mid-Michigan, or you already live here and need my help, be sure to shoot me a text or give me a call. I work all the time, and there's nothing I love more than to hear from you guys. My number's in the description, and it'll be right below, and I monitor that phone myself. It's not going to go to an assistant, so be sure to reach out.